I'm Tatum Skipper, and welcome to Real Florida Magazine.
Welcome back here right now at Chipley High School in downtown Chipley, Florida. It's an ostentatious occasion. Certainly it's one of which people, including parents and family members, are proud. Here today in the auditorium of Chipley High School, we are signing 4 high school athletic players. Again, just something for which Chipley should be extremely proud. We'll be right back. Welcome back here right now at Chipley High School in downtown Chipley, Florida. It's an ostentatious occasion. Certainly it's one of which people, including parents and family members, are proud. Here today in the auditorium of Chipley High School, we are signing 4 high school athletic players. Here right now with Steve Dickey from Jeff Davis Community College, as well as Gianna Matthews. Here, Gianna, your sport of choice, and I already know this is?
Volleyball.
Volleyball. We actually watched you play basketball last night. How many other sports do you play?
I participate in track as well.
Ah, okay. And what's your event there?
I do high jump and shot put.
Okay. Steve, how aggressive is your recruiting program when it comes to talking to seniors at this level?
Well, we like to get out and look at everybody that's in our area. In our area, I'll go up to 3 hours away, and with Chipley just being about 2 hours away, it's a great area for us. And we've had a former player from Chipley High School, Kylie Miner, and Kylie had informed me about Gianna, and Gianna's been in contact. She and I have been emailing and texting for quite a while, and she was able to come up to our campus back in November, and she immediately struck a chord, and you could certainly see her athletic ability and her determination, and she's going to be a big player for us this coming season.
If you've been keeping your eye on Gianna and certainly the school as a whole, you recognize the fact that we get a lot of top-ranked players out of this little rural Florida Panhandle town. We ask people what that's attributed to. Our current athletic director says it's the family influence, the core values. Your school, I would presume, looks for exactly that, those core values, and education being number one on the top of your list of priorities. Would that be fair to say? Absolutely.
And when you get into small towns and communities like this, and of course Bruton is a small town, and my boys graduated there from Bruton T.R. Miller High School, and it's a small 3A school, and most everybody knows everyone, and people can keep people in check, even the young ones sometimes, because they see them out in the community, and I think that pays big dividends in the long run. And again, the core values that small communities stand for, what we stand for as a college, and we're just so excited to have Gianna going to join us this coming year.
We actually have family in Bruton, so we're aware of the town and the fact that you can't get away with much.
Nope.
Your parents probably really like that fact, Gianna, going into it. I've known your family for a while, certainly watched your progression through the high school sports.
Yes, sir.
You are well-rounded. What made you think seriously about Jeff Davis?
It's close to home. He's an amazing coach. Kylie went there, so I know a lot about the school. Good opportunities. I know that I'll be close with all the people and the teachers and have good academics there.
What is the stance of your classmates and your fellow volleyball and basketball players? I would imagine, obviously, they're happy for you, but when you're at this age, sometimes you can be a little bit spiteful as well. What are you getting as far as emotions from them?
Well, most of the people on the basketball team, they're younger than me, so they really don't understand the full. So they're really proud of me. The volleyball team, actually, one of my teammates is committing to Chipola today for softball. They're all really proud of me. This comes from a small school. We don't really get these opportunities as much as you would think, but our group, 5 other girls out of my grade are committing. It's a big opportunity for us.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your family. If you keep your head about you, I know that it's a good school, good community that you're going to. You're going to be living there, obviously,
yes,
for the school year, but you're just, a couple hours from home?
Yes, I will be definitely coming home on the weekends when I get the chance.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Steve, have you been able to recruit any other players from either this school or our general area?
Well, of course, Kylie was 2 years ago, but in this area, we there's a lot of good volleyball players all around, and we have two from a rival school that Chipley plays, Baker. We have two that'll be sophomores next year, and I've had players from Northview, which again they play, and so it's a good it's a good volleyball conference, and there's some good players all around.
What is your standing within your conference?
Well, we are looking to grow. We were just a couple of matches away from participating in our conference tournament this year, but we were so much more competitive this year. We finished 6-19, which is not where we want to be, but we're making strides, and she's going to help us get there. I believe that with all my heart, and we have a couple of other recruits that if they'll come to us, I believe will really put us up in the upper echelon of our conference.
Best of luck going forward to you. Nice to meet you today.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll see more of you. I know that there's a lot of kids worth looking at in all of these sports. We've got 4 being signed today to various schools. So thanks again for taking the time to do this, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Here right now with Steve from Jeff Davis Community College, as well as Gianna, one of the 4 being signed today at Chipley High School. Again, it's a momentous day. We're really going to have some fun today. Hopefully get some interviews with some of the parents and some of the classmates before we're done. Again, just something for which Chipley should be extremely proud. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Still here at the Chipley High School Auditorium in Chipley, Florida. Here on a momentous day, we've got 4 young ladies, all part of the academic and athletic program here at the school, being signed to their respective schools today. Julianne Pageant here to my right, Andy Compton to my left. Julianne being signed to what school today?
Thomas University in Thomasville, Georgia.
Thomas University in Thomasville, Georgia. Thomasville is a gorgeous little town, not unlike Chipley, maybe a little bit larger. You're going to feel right at home there.
Yes, sir. It's only 2 hours away, so it's close to home.
Yeah, we've got relatives just the other side of Thomasville, and it's a beauty, and it's a nice drive. You know, sometimes there are places where there's no easy way to get there. Thomasville, obviously interstate to Tallahassee, then straight north, easy to get to. Julianne, how has your golf season been going? Obviously, you were signed, you got somebody's attention, but how overall have you done? Well, let's call it in your whole 4-year career.
I've done actually pretty well to say I've got a scholarship, but just a lot of hard work and dedication, and especially from my coach here, a lot of help over the years.
Andy, when Blake Wilson first came on as athletic director, we did an interview with him, and he was not new to the program. He had been in various supporting roles up to that point. And I asked him, to what do we attribute the fact that we turn out so many arguably world-class athletes and good people from this little town here in the Florida Panhandle? And he gave me his answer. What's yours?
Well, you know, I'm somebody that's grown up here my whole life. I grew up and I've seen it. It's just amazing the type of, of player, of athlete that comes through our community, through the youth programs, through all the way through, and great parents and people that work with these people, these kids. It's a pretty unique place, from, NFL to NBA to professional baseball, to, a first female golf scholarship, and, it's a pretty unique place.
How many years has the golf program been in effect in Chipley High School?
I did some research, this week leading up to this thing, and I know that they played back in the early 60s. So it's 50-plus years. Mr. Fred Peel, Mr. Bob Deal, and all of them, I think, played on pretty much the first golf teams. There's been 3 boys that have signed scholarships previously to this, and Julianne being the first girl.
Julianne, to what do you attribute the fact that, number one, you got the attention of the school that you did, but that you are the first woman? Do you feel that overall athletic achievement it continues to rise? I know you already gave Andy a little bit of the kudos for that, but to what do you attribute?
I think mainly the girls have stood out more this year, especially having actually 5 girls, only 4 here today signing, but I think the girls overall has really came far from what it has been over the past years.
Well, Andy, again, you're being led by Blake at this point, but you've served under several athletic directors, several head coaches when it comes to football. The unifying element, though, is the fact that you guys consistently in multi-sports go to state championships, go to regional championships. It's not all about winning, but at the end of the day, we do keep score. And you tell that to one of these high school kids, the score doesn't count, and they'll slap you and disagree with you in a heartbeat. What do you see going forward? You've got Julianne here now, and what an achievement for the golf team. What's football look like going into this next season?
Well, I think, Coach Wilson's done a great job we've had some deficiencies in areas with different skill levels and stuff like that, but stuff you have to come through. I think, going forward, I think football, all our sports, football especially, is going to come up. I think we can maintain where we are, in other words, and get better. I mean, basketball's won 2 straight state championships. We lost in baseball, in the state finals 2 years ago. Softball's been before, volleyball's been on the brink of going. Girls basketball's been down there, lost in it. I think, our kids just need to come out and play, and we need kids playing multiple sports. Don't concentrate on one. If you're good at one, play another one. That's what's made Chipley all these years.
No shame to losing a state championship. Being able to make it to the big show is really a big deal. Same thing with this last season. I know it's not probably the record you would have liked to have ended up with, but you guys pulled some out of the fire. You guys won some that walking into that stadium nobody gave you a prayer on. So at the end of the day, you do what has to be done. You've got players that will work for you. More importantly, they follow their leaders, you one of them. So good job, and not blowing smoke at you, but we have a lot to be proud of right here in little old Chipley.
Yes, and really, really proud of Julianne. This is her day, and along with the other girls, but she's worked really hard. And her parents, and she ought to tell you, her parents have put a lot of time, a lot of effort in getting her to these different events other than high school, so she can be seen, and that's a credit to her and her family.
Thanks for taking the time. Julianne, best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Congratulations. This is probably, I would imagine, one of the more memorable days of your life so far. Have a good time in Thomasville. It's a great area. Not unlike Chipley. You'll feel right at home. It's a nice, quaint little town. Best of luck going forward. But would really like to reserve the opportunity maybe to speak to you at some point, maybe when you come home for one of the holidays in successive year or two. See how you're doing and maybe follow your progress.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Here right now in Chipley High School in Chipley, Florida, here for a wonderful day. 4 young ladies being signed to local colleges, getting scholarships, enabling them, if they didn't already have the wherewithal, to pursue that higher education. More importantly, to follow their dreams, in their case, of the sport, the respective sport in which they play. Here right now with Andy Compton and Julianne Pageant. It's a great day in Chipley, and we'll be right back. Still here at the Chipley High School auditorium. Again, it's a momentous day. We're enjoying the signing to various colleges, community colleges, and so forth, of 4 of the graduating seniors from here in Chipley. Here right now with Lauren Finch and Satcher Dixon, her coach. You are being signed for softball?
Yes, sir.
Lauren, we're asked many times over why so many great players come out of this little rural town in the Florida Panhandle. You're one of them as of today. What would you say to the people that would ask that?
I would say just have a mindset that you can go bigger places than what you would think. I mean, it's these little towns that the best athletes come from.
Satcher, when we first interviewed Blake Wilson, when he first came on as athletic director for Chipley High School,
yes, sir,
we asked him, and he was not new to the school, obviously. He was in various supporting roles, but prior to that, we asked him, why do we have so many arguably world-class athletes coming out of little old Chipley High School? His solitary answer was family, core values. Would you agree with that?
I would agree
with that. And what do you see as a coach here at Chipley High School?
I would agree with that. Also, the thing about this community is that these students, these student athletes, they have a mentality that they want to be the best, and they see athletes on TV, and they see these guys and these ladies going in doing big things on a national scale, but they want to be a part of that, and they understand that in order to get there, they have to hard work, perseverance. They have to do those things, and those are things that are instilled in them from their parents, from the family.
Now, Lauren is going to Chipola, so are you going to be able to live at home and just commute, or are you going to be getting an apartment in Marianna?
I'll have a dorm in Marianna, so I'll be living on campus.
Is that a requirement? Is that a necessity for freshmen?
They said that I didn't have to, but the workouts I'll have to. It'd be early morning, so I'll just stay over.
A little bit more convenient.
Yes, sir.
You can't make as many excuses.
Right.
They can knock on your door, right? Instead
Yes.
of having to drive to Chipley. Lauren, what went into your decision-making process to decide to take the offer from Chipola?
It's close to home. I didn't want to go far off, and it's just a better experience. Before going D1, I wanted to prepare myself, I guess you would say.
How is Chipola ranked when it comes to softball at that level?
Oh, number one, for sure.
Does it make it easier, or a little more pressure to go to assign to a number one school like that?
Easier, a lot easier.
Yeah, you think you'll be a starter?
I hope so.
What are your chances?
Pretty high, I think. Yeah.
Satcher, you've been coaching Lauren for a while. What would you say are the attributes that Lauren has exhibited as a team player, as far as her work ethic, that has gone into the fact that she was recruited number one, but that her family is behind her and that she accepted this recruitment opportunity?
That's a great question. Lauren is first to leave, or first to get there, last to leave. One of those type athletes. Works hard, extremely hard in practice, pushes her teammates. She's kind of hard on herself, which, if you plan on going to the next level, you kind of have to be. You can't accept mediocrity. She doesn't. You can't be complacent. She isn't. She's one of those players that any coach would be happy to have on their team. And I can tell you, for the last 3 years, going into the fourth year, I have been. I am that guy. I'm very pleased and very happy to not only call her a player, but also a family.
Thank you so much. You have the enviable situation of helping these young adults enter that workplace, that level of higher education, certainly what we could consider real life, moving away from home. It's a weighty charge that you have. A lot of people looking at you as that role model. Thanks for all that you do, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Oh, absolutely. I do everything that I can for them.
Lauren, thanks again I know you were a little bit reluctant to want to talk to us. Best of luck going forward. Maybe we can catch up with you at some time, talk a little bit about how your progress is over time. Would you be willing to do that?
Thank you. Yes, I would.
We're here with Lauren Finch and Satcher Dixon right now here at Chipley High School Auditorium. Again, I'm getting names messed up left and right because there are 4 young ladies signing today, which means you've got the commensurately number of coaches and parents and all of the recruiters, plus the representatives from the college. But we are having a good time. One more reason that Chipley, Florida can be proud, one more reason that you can look at Chipley High School and say hats off to all of our instructors, all of our coaches, and all of the things that makes our community what it is. We'll be right back. That's good. Lauren Dixon and Satcher.
No, Lauren Finch and
Lauren Finch.
Satcher Dixon. Or Lauren Dixon and Satcher Finch. It's okay.
By now you feel like your family, right?
That's right. We are.
All right. All right. Here we go. Very good. We're here with Lauren Finch and Satcher Davis. Satcher Dixon. I knew that.
It's all right.
No.
It's all right.
We're here with Lauren Finch and Satcher. Here right now with Lauren Dixon.
Finch.
Say your last name.
Matthews.
Gianna, come on over here. And tell me your name again.
Stephen Dickey.
Stephen Dickey with Jeff Davis. Community College. And Gianna Matthews.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just kind of separate just a little bit here. Take your time. No hurry. Take your time, Michelle. No hurry. Seriously.
Thank you.
No, I mean, we're really trying to tape
Okay.
as we speak.
Seriously, I mean,
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes you have to hit people over the head. Steve
Dickey.
Steve Dickey. And the college is
Jeff
Jeff Davis Community College. Gianna Matthews.
I'm going to open this, and I'm just going to leave it open. If you need anything, there's the college, and there's the name.
All right, here we go. Here right now with Lauren
Julianne.
Julianne. I don't know where I...